What's up, everybody? My name's Nick Saponaro. I'm happy to join you for one more edition of the Divi Live at 5 monthly Divi update. It is a beautiful Friday afternoon here in California, and I can't thank you guys enough for joining us from all over the world. I saw people joining in from Venezuela and Europe, and I know it's super late and super early for some of you, so thanks again. For those of you that are joining us and are brand new to Divi, if you don't know what it is, we are a cryptocurrency and blockchain project that is looking to accelerate the adoption of cryptocurrencies worldwide and make it easy and accessible for everyone. We launched our Masternode one-click cloud installer back in 2018, and it is still the easiest way to set up and earn cryptocurrency from your phone or your computer. So, without further ado, let's jump into this September episode. Got a big show for you here today. Lots of big updates and a couple guests. Actually, we're going to bring on our new Chief Product Officer, Chris, and a new Divi use case, Divi being used in the real world. I think you guys are going to be really excited to meet Brian. Also, got a big birthday among the crew this week. It is Josh, who you guys met in a couple episodes ago. He is our Chief Innovation Officer, of course, and today, I don't know how old he turns, but it is his birthday. So happy birthday, Josh. Couple little housekeeping items. First of all, we will do an M at the end of this show. So just stick around, and if you have questions, please hold your questions until the end. Also, we always live tweet the show, so if you have to jump off, you can always follow along on Twitter at Divi Project. And you can join in on the conversation with the hashtag #live@5. So now that we've gotten all that out of the way, let's jump into the crypto market update. So a lot going on in the crypto markets. Obviously, this past month has been a pretty whirlwind month for cryptocurrency. I'm going to focus on one thing and one thing only. China. China is cracking down hard on cryptocurrency. What does this mean for us? Well, I think in the short term, as we've seen, there's going to be some volatility as China literally makes it illegal to transact with cryptocurrency on exchanges. Exchanges are leaving China just as they cracked down on the miners a few months back. You know, everyone leaves the country, they get set up elsewhere, and then long term, we see more growth in the cryptocurrency ecosystem. This latest move is, of course, another step towards China launching their own CBDC or central bank digital currency. So we'll eventually see them come out with that. But honestly, I think it's a good thing. I think it's good that China is, moving on. Like, we have had China ban crypto every year, pretty much every quarter for the past foreseeable or rememberable past. And it's like, enough's enough already, right? Like, can we just get over this stuff? Now that China's making it illegal to transact with cryptocurrency, fine. It's just another step towards having less FUD come out every year. Personally, when the news broke that morning, I was super excited because I had a lot of low bids on a few of my favorite coins, including Bitcoin, and those bids were hit, and I picked up some cheap coin. So that's always a good move. These news cycles are short-lived, and we're already seeing nice growth in the crypto market as a result already. So yeah, China, FUD, coming to an end. That's about all I want to say for the crypto market this month because we have such a big show. I'm going to just jump right in to Divi by the numbers. So as always, really encouraging growth in the Divi ecosystem. Let's take a look at some of these Masternode tiers. As we could see, current total is 2120. We continue to grow. Copper's always leading the charge there, of course. With mobile Masternodes, of course, we've seen a lot more growth in those tiers. Let's look at the overall economy. Right, so as I said, 2120 in nodes. That's a really encouraging number. What is it? I can't see, but over, 52% of the coins in masternodes? 51.8% of the coins in masternodes. And we're starting to see some shifting into staking as well. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Mochi. Basically, everyone is using Mochi at this point. There are some manual or third-party masternodes set up, but 82% are using it from desktop. And we've seen some nice growth in the mobile. So 13% of people running a masternode are using Mochi on their mobile device, and that's of course only available in the US right now, but we'll probably see that number shift up as it rolls out elsewhere. And then of course we have the growth by tier. It's always been growing. It's always going and growing. I love seeing this mountainous chart, and of course this just allows for us to have an incredibly secure and fundamentally strong network. All of these Divi nodes growing and growing and securing the network. Beautiful. What else do we have today? Divi nodes growth all time. Again, it's basically the same idea. Nodes are always growing. But what's really great is looking at the number of Divi in these nodes, right? So we have, what is it? Over a billion coins, 1.3 billion coins in master nodes, which is amazing. I mean, a lot of people kind of criticized us for the tokenomics in the beginning, but it's obviously working really well because people continue to secure the network with their master nodes and continue to compile all of their Divi into new nodes. So amazing. That's it for Divi by the numbers. We have a bunch of announcements to get into, and many of them you are going to be excited about. So why don't we just jump over to that? One of the most anticipated features in the Divi wallet is now here, the staking vaults. You can see it rolling around behind me. Staking vaults have landed on mobile. This is a really incredible milestone for the team and for the project because it allows for people to set up and run a staking node of any amount. You don't need 10,000 Divi. You can do it with one Divi even, right from your mobile phone without sacrificing the keys and giving your coins to anyone. It's 100% decentralized and non-custodial, and it's really, really easy. And I have a little video I want to show you guys, so let's drop it. So really exciting video that's going to be rolling out across a bunch of different platforms. So you'll be seeing that video a lot more during our big marketing push for staking vaults. We've had just over 20 new vaults set up above the 50,000 threshold. It's free up to 50,000. So you can stake basically for free. And there's just now about 205 actual nodes up and running. Over 3.6 million Divi have been added to staking vaults just since the launch yesterday. Really encouraging numbers, especially considering this is basically a soft launch of this feature. Next week, you'll start to see all of the big marketing rolling out. So we have Cointelegraph, AMB Crypto, a bunch of paid media stuff that's going to be running out. We're doing an exchange competition with KuCoin. We're going to be doing giveaways. Also, stick around to the end because I have a pretty cool giveaway towards the end of this episode. If you want to be involved with that, I'm sure. But yeah, we're going to start seeing Divi all over the place, all over your favorite crypto websites and elsewhere. There is, of course, with any new launch of a new feature, there's going to be little hiccups, little bugs, and things like that. We're aware of pretty much all of them. But if you do find one, please reach out to us either in the Telegram support channel or on our support website, support.diviproject.org, and we will, of course, address those things. One of the primary UX issues right now is when you're actually funding the vault. It's not accounting for the fees properly for everybody. So if you see that your vault fails when you set it up and you have all of the available Divi in your vault, that may be the reason. Lower it by like 100 Divi and it should work. We'll have that fixed in a very, very soon update. Now, we know that we are often criticized for not being super hype driven as a project. We don't, I hear it all the time. You guys aren't doing enough marketing. You guys aren't doing enough hype stuff. But Divi is really, it's made easy and it's done right. We've in the past jumped the gun on things, putting the cart ahead of the horse, and it doesn't work out. We want to fire the gun when the gun is loaded, right? So And part of that is having a really solid, easy to follow roadmap that impacts everything. Your roadmap, if it's not coming out on time or it's not mapped out properly, you're going to see that impacting marketing. You're going to see that impacting, of course, all of the different verticals around the team. So, with that said, I'm very happy to introduce the guy who is going to be leading this roadmap into the future, our Chief Product Officer, Chris Seirola.
Hey, Nick.
What's up, man?
How's
it going?
Really, really good.
Good.
Super excited to be on the show. Came on about 4 months ago, and a little bit of my background for folks. Co-founded a number of companies back in the 2000s, similar to crypto, the industry now. Really nascent, really fun. And then after that, had a couple of larger software companies I worked with, but mostly it's been emerging growth companies in a lot of industries over the past couple of decades. Really been watching Divi for a long time, been a holder for a number of years at this point. Came on, ready to go. And there's a few things that we are concentrating on now that, as you can see, we release vaults. It is absolutely a product of what we've been working on the past 4 months, which is driving predictable communications across the org, outcomes that are like into the roadmap, are customer centric, and are concentrating on customer outcomes as opposed to feature sets. So, for instance, vaults. We had to concentrate on that as an outcome so that people could start staking, which involves thousands of things across the org, like buying Divi in the wallet, which is our next focus. Thousands of things. We got fiat on and offboarding. We got ERC20 support. We got swaps we need to work on. And that's all Q4's concentration. So making sure that the roadmap is outcome driven as opposed to feature driven was a big development. And then also establishing a regular release schedule that was actually predictable. And this particular release, we hit our prediction within days. It was perfect. And we're going to keep doing that. We're going to keep making improvements on that. Again, partnering with marketing, partnering across the org. We now have something we can market. It's got novel technology in it. It's ready to go. Let's partner with marketing and product tied together, make a good product overall. So let's talk about the wallet. Crypto made easy, keys your coins, doing it right. That's what we want to do all the time. And we now have our core IP in the wallet. So instead of like going for fiat on offboarding or something like that first, what we really wanted to do was concentrate on getting our core IP in the wallet, making sure that we're releasing something that is defensible and has market differentiation. And then we can add all the other little pieces of the wallet that the industry expects, like that, like swaps and so forth. So we're there. We're moving there right now. Internationalization. We just got Spanish language support in the app. That's our first step. We're planning on throwing out a little poll for people for the next language. We got Mandarin, maybe, I don't know, French, I don't know. What do you guys want? Let's figure it out. And then finally, one big announcement that I know a lot of people have been waiting for. We are starting a global rollout in October. So UK's first, EU's second, rest of the world after that. So we are ready. We put all our pieces together. We've got all the requirements in place. We're getting started next week. So
there you
look
go.
out for that.
There you have it, guys. Probably one of the biggest questions that we have been asked over the past few months since we launched the mobile wallet is, when can I have it? Our community's global. The wallet should be global as well. And we actually spent some extra time with our lawyers to make sure that, by the end of next week, we'll be out in the UK, followed by the EU. But there's really no gap in getting it to the rest of the world, which is amazing. And we appreciate our attorneys for helping us get to this point. And I appreciate you, Chris, for coming on and giving us some of these updates and some perspective on how and why we do things the way we do them.
Thanks.
Awesome. So I'll see you in a little bit. Maybe you'll come back for the AMA, yeah?
Sounds good. Talk soon.
Peace. So there you have it. Staking Vaults is out. Internationalization, Spanish language is out. Subscriptions is out. EU, UK next week. Rest of the world soon to follow very closely after. We're moving, we're chugging, and I'm looking forward to seeing the rest of the features come out, like the swaps and the fiat on ramp and all of the more standard features that people are going to expect. I'm really glad, of course, to have big old staking vaults in there. I set one up myself and it's super smooth, so I recommend you guys do so as well, as long as you guys are in, of course, the US for now until next week. Some final announcements. We are going to Dubai. I will be there with some of the team. Josh will be there. Russ, Zoe, our CMO, will be there. We're going to two of the many conferences that are happening that week, one of which is the Gulf Blockchain Summit. That's on the 11th and 12th. And then the World Blockchain Summit, which is the 13th and 14th. We're sponsoring both in some capacity. I'll be speaking at the second one, the World Blockchain Summit, for about 10 minutes, pitching some new stuff, some old stuff, talking a little bit about some things that you guys haven't even heard about yet. So we'll be posting videos and all that stuff. You guys will get those updates. I'm really excited because the pitch is really strong. We already have some really amazing meetings set up when we go out there. So, and if you're out there, if you're going to Dubai or you already live there nearby, come on out and let's meet up. I love having the opportunity to meet up with our community. It's always a pleasure. So those are the updates. We're going to get into some projects and ventures. There's some really cool stuff coming. So let's jump. So we've been talking about the bridge to Ethereum, for a long time. And so what we end up seeing is many different options for implementation. You guys know that we had a partnership with a firm that just didn't work out. So we decided to build our own solution to get into Ethereum, BSC, Polkadot, all of these things. But the first bridge that we're going to do is into Ethereum. So we really wanted to go through and understand why we're doing this, right? So we actually had an independent third party do some research for us, and I'd love to share with you guys some of the takeaways and the key facts that they actually found. I think these are really, really interesting and cool things. So first of all, they looked at us versus the other nodes in the entire blockchain space. And if you compare us next to the top 50 blockchain projects that have nodes, we're in the top 4, but we're not in the top 50, right? So it shows that, we're being undervalued for one reason or another. And we're going to get into why that may be. And if we also look from a price perspective, okay, this is potentially a problem, right? We don't have a ton of liquidity. So our price hasn't grown against those same coins, although we have a similar fundamental baseline to those coins. This presents a massive opportunity. In fact, this independent research firm has found that if you actually predict our market cap against the fundamentals, we should be at, and this is a third party, I did not write this, just saying, we should be at a $19 billion market cap, which is insane because we're at a $100 million market cap. So how do we get from the 100 million to 19 billion? They provided some insight into that as well. And basically, they think liquidity is the most important thing, right? We can't just look at necessarily trading volume, though, on these centralized exchanges, right? There's actually got to be utility in the other ecosystems within crypto. And I've talked about this in the past where we need to focus on the power of these other platforms. How do we plug Divi into these platforms? And basically, the first step towards this is we're calling it eDivi. It's not really what it's going to be called, but for lack of a better term, the working title is eDivi, the ERC20 version of Divi, this bridge into the rest of the blockchain ecosystem so that there can be trading volume on Uniswap, SushiSwap, getting into liquidity pools, getting on Aave, and all these other utilitized things within the other platform ecosystems. This is why we need the bridge, right? And the bridge is really just the first part of a much broader strategy. We'll be taking you on this journey over time, but I don't want to bombard you with all of this information right now. Right now, all we need to think about is the fact that we have a huge opportunity to grow as a project and as a coin. And the first step we're going to take is, of course, the bridge. So look out for more information on the bridge. I can tell you this. We are going forward with it. The research phase is 100% finished, and we signed a deal, and it's going. So, as I said, keep an eye out, keep an ear out. We'll be talking more about the bridge here very soon. Now, it's time for a very special guest to come and explain how he's using Divi in his everyday life.
Whoa. Are you guys all right? There's a little switcheroo going on. Guys, hey, everyone. My name's Frisco. I'm with the Divi project, been here pretty much since day one. And I do and produce a lot of the videos that happen here with the Divi project. But a little bit of background about me is I've been buying cryptocurrencies since the very early stages of 2012, 2011. I think one of my first Bitcoin was $190. So I've been here. I've done the space, and I've also lost it all. I've gone through the whole ups and downs. And that's kind of why I personally love Divi. And that's why I have such a big passion for this project. And I have to say, and I really wanted to come on and introduce this next guest, is because it really meant something special for me to use a cryptocurrency, use the Divi coin in a real world use scenario, and totally organic. The guest that we're going to have on here today, my wife found on Yelp, 5-star reviewed, family owned company, 20 years in business. And after a couple different ones gave me quotes on what they were going to do to my home, I talked to this gentleman and asked if he was willing to take cryptocurrency, like I asked every single other person that quoted my home. And Brian said, I'm actually very interested. And we talked, and I told him about the desktop. I told him about the mobile wallet. I told him about our roadmap. And he was like, I'm interested, and let's do this. So I'd like to show you a little video first on the whole process, which is kind of just a sneak peek to a full video we are going to release right here after the Divi Live at 5. So without further ado, check out a real world use case with the Divi project and ProFlow.
What's up, guys? Frisco here with the Divi project and Black Tie Media, but today's a very special day. I actually have ProFlow, a family-owned 5-star company here that does HVAC and plumbing. You guys know me in the community, a little bit of crypto, a little bit of video, but especially today, my family, we purchased this home recently, and the AC units and the HVAC was just a little dated, a little over 20 years old. So for me and my family, having the studio here, my office, and everybody, we decided we wanted to replace those units. We found a 5-star rated company, family-owned business, 20 years in business, and not only were they going to come here and do it with the 5-star mentality, they were going to do it getting paid in Divi. So let's go take a look. We're in the middle of this build, and I want to see how it's going. These look sick.
Beautiful, ain't they?
These look so awesome, man. Holy cow. Dude, I know they've been running a little bit. We've been testing them inside and the house is running good, but like to see everything done, the landscaping that you did, I mean, just the size of the units and just all of the stuff that we've done here on the wall with the electrical. But Brian, I want to know, and I think everybody wants to know, is that you know this is my studio, you know this is my office, this is where my family is. I wanted the best of the best. We looked you up on Yelp, 5 stars, but it said you were an authorized dealer for Carrier, and I've heard of the brand. So we're doing filters inside. We're doing all new faces to the air conditioning. We're cleaning lines, we're doing stuff. So this is just getting buttoned up almost all the way complete. Let's go show me some more stuff inside.
Yeah, let's show you the system.
Right, cool. So dude, you're all done, I think. I think we've seen my attic, we've seen the outside, I've done my landscaping now. So, but now it's time, dude. We were talking payment in crypto. So are we talking Bitcoin, Litecoin, Divi? What are we doing?
You know, man, I think I'm gonna go with Divi.
Dude, all right, man.
I really think I'm gonna go with Divi. Let's do it.
All right, let's go set this up, dude.
Right on, man.
All right, bro. Brian, I know we've helped you get your desktop wallet. We've helped you get your mobile wallet. We've even sent some Divi back and forth to kind of test it out. But I'd like you to turn your Divi app on and let's take care of this. All right, dude, I am super stoked. I gotta send this to, actually, I've already sent you money, Brian, Todd,
I'm in
ProFlow.
there, man.
All right. Let's just do 477,000 Divi, 20,000, a little over 20,000 worth. Continue. Slide that over to my boy Brian. I actually sent it, Brian. Might have to refresh, dude. Oh.
Oh, there it is.
All right, dude. Hey, man, congratulations.
Wow, man.
Thank you again, Brian.
Thank you, man.
But like we said, now the business, ProFlow, accept Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, and Divi.
That is awesome.
So
We are
I'm
so
really excited.
Thank you so much, man.
Thank you, dude.
I'm actually here with the man himself, Brian Todd from ProFlow. Thanks for joining me, Brian.
Thanks for having me, Nick.
My pleasure. So this was a pretty cool, interesting opportunity that Frisco pretty much just, it happened organically, right? He just reached out to you. I mean, tell me the story a little bit.
Yeah, just like any other service call, you show up and you do your inspection, you go through the house, and there has to be a way to pay for these services that we offer, and with cryptocurrency being so common and people are it's at the end of everyone's sentences right now, and I've been digging into it for a while, kind of trying to wrap my brain around how I'm gonna do this eventually, and Frisco just came naturally to me, and we started talking about it. He offered it as a form of payment, and I need a little bit of help on my side, and he was offering the help, and we were able to make it happen.
That's awesome. I mean, we talk a lot about like getting merchant adoption and getting businesses to accept stuff. You got to be one of the only HVAC companies and plumbing companies that's taking crypto at this point, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's no one knocking on our door saying, hey, this is how you got to do it. No one's offering services as of now. You kind of have to navigate your way through the process as a business owner, and that's what we did, and we got it done, and it's definitely something we're going to be doing from here on out.
Yeah, it's really cool, man. I mean, the fact that now you can probably put, we accept crypto, we accept Bitcoin, Divi, all these things.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, that's going to be it already was a huge differentiator for you in business. So that's really cool. Now, I know Frisco offered you a couple different coins there. You chose the best one, of course, Divi. What made you choose Divi over, say, ETH or Bitcoin in this case?
Well, I wanted to store that liquidity. I was planning on using it as a savings. So I wanted to be able to use the masternode feature that he was telling me about. It was in line with my financial situation. So that was the reason why I went with Divi.
Nice. Yeah. I mean, we were just actually in Texas, like, I guess it was like 2 or 3 months ago now. We were talking to Chamber of Commerce there, and they loved the fact that it's a gift that keeps on giving. You get the money up front, but you can also generate additional income from it over the course of time.
Exactly. For where I wanted to put my money at the time, it just worked out perfect.
That's awesome.
And then, for if I was light on payroll or something like that, maybe I'll do something different where I can transact right then and there. But for me, I'm going to be just adding to my Divi position.
Nice, man. Well, Brian Todd, he's leading the charge here in Murrieta, California, ProFlow, and accepting crypto for HVAC units. That was also a huge build, by the way. That was insane. That was like a $20,000 overhaul, right? I mean,
not a bag of chips.
Yeah, yeah. So that was a cool move, man. Hey, I really appreciate you coming and chatting with me and for bringing some more adoption to Divi.
Yeah, anytime. I had a lot of fun and looking forward to seeing what you guys do in the future.
Yeah, definitely. We'll have you back soon. All right. Cool. Well, that is Brian Todd, ProFlow. That was one of the coolest use cases I've seen because it's here in America, in the U.S., and it's real. It's happening. I'm sitting in front of the guy right now. Yeah, that's just the kind of adoption that we need more of in the crypto space, and a lot of business owners are starting to look. I know, like Jim Flanagan's out there leading the charge with adoption in his areas. We got other people out there going up to their businesses, and just all you got to do is ask. The worst they say is no. So definitely go out there and see if your local businesses will start to accept crypto. All right. Well, I guess that's pretty much all of the big updates and stuff. Probably go into an AMA today. All right. Chris is rejoining me to answer some of these questions. The first one is probably a good question for you, Chris. I'll ask it aloud, which is, well, this person had two questions actually. And again, these questions come from the form on our website. You can go and ask anything you want in that Google Docs form, and we'll pull these questions up on the Live at 5. So, first question: will there be an option to auto stake so that automatically, basically, all your Divi is automatically compounded, or from minted rewards, right? And similarly, will there be an option to auto stake with masternodes so that each time you're earning rewards, it just goes directly into your staking vault? What do you think, Chris?
I think it's an amazing idea, and I believe, are doing it. Like I again, still learning a little bit, but when I was looking at the test vaults that we had, it was staking within the vault. It was staking into the vault, so technically compounding. With masternodes, yeah, and we've talked about it. So I think that is an amazing idea, and it's like, if it's not in the roadmap, it's going to be in there.
Agreed. I think it's a really awesome feature and something that is somewhat expected almost. I mean, obviously with staking, it already kind of occurs, but it's nice to have that with the masternodes. Okay, so the next question was, any chance of signing the Crypto Climate Accord, which I believe is just basically, sort of a consortium of people or projects in the crypto space that are, basically bringing ecologically friendly solutions to market. I think it's a great idea, and we're definitely going to look into it this coming month, and we'll keep you guys updated on that. All right. Oh, this is another great question. So essentially what they're saying, it's not really a question, but it's more of a statement. And I think it's important to mention this, though. And the statement is, allow more conversation in the official Telegram. Stop blocking people who have a differing view. You're only contributing to the belief that Divi has something to hide. The community has become elitist. So, as we always say, you get Divi with warts and all. We try to be at least incredibly transparent with our community, but I have noticed a little bit of a change in the Telegram. It's become a little bit too strict, and I agree with you, which is why I've asked the mods and the admins, A, to take a chill pill, and B, to just allow a little bit more conversation. So now in the Divi Telegram, you can actually go in and you can talk a little bit about price. It'll be moderated, of course. If it goes crazy, we have to do something, but you can talk about price now. You can share your concerns, your complaints. Just, if you're going to do that, though, all I ask, and all the mods will ask, is offer a solution. If you're going to state something that is negative, offer something positive in return. Right. And we can talk through these things together as a community and build upon, the things that we're all trying to do. We're trying to get to the same goal, right? Which is the adoption of Divi. This is a question that was already answered, but we can ask it again. I'm going to ask Chris this one. When will we see the worldwide rollout?
Well, very soon, very soon, very soon is the answer. So I'll repeat it again, but we're starting out with the UK. And then we're going out to the EU starting in October. So we are rolling it next week. We've got everything in place and we're ready. So take that poll, look for the different languages. We're going to go global.
I'm super, super stoked for that. So yeah, next week. Okay, so this is another great question for Chris. Again, we kind of went over this already, but I think it's important to bring it up once more. The roadmap needs more transparency and accuracy. The community needs something to look forward to. Chris.
Yes, although I did stutter through it a little bit earlier, I apologize for that. The roadmap and the transparency, the roadmap is absolutely one of the things that we need to do. And the second one, I think really, really strongly, is precision in our projections, our predictions, and what we're going to be releasing. And those elements will all be exhibited in our new website. Have we announced that yet? For the Divi wallet. So we're revamping it now. We're putting together some ideas. We might throw it out to the community a bit, but absolutely give us feedback if you do or do not like it, or if you want more information. We're going to stay at the level of customer outcomes. We're not going to go into the deep detail of the features and what parts of the organization are required to actually execute upon it. But we want you to know that we're looking at buying Divi in the wallet right now in Q4. And in Q1, we're doing XYZ. The industry is pretty nascent. It moves fast. We love it. but we also want to give you as much information as we can with the best level of prediction that we can as well from now on.
Great answer. I think we have a couple questions from the live stream community. So let's see what we got here. So hi, Nick. Man, I should have worn my glasses. Which new coins / tokens might we expect to use integrated on the mobile and desktop wallet in the near future? I think there's another good one for you, Chris.
I was going to pass it on to you because we're still deciding. But how about this? Tell us what you want. We have options, right? So, let's open it up.
Yeah, I know. The next big things that we're looking at are basically blanketed ERC20 support, which could mean a lot of things. We've talked about adding stable coin, which I believe is a necessity. But there's thousands of coins out there. Bring your communities, right? Bring them over and let's see who wants to be in the Divi wallet. We'll look at that, with a close eye. All right, next question from the community is, will there be an option to pay with Divi for masternodes / staking subscriptions instead of fiat? Chris.
Yeah. So this question's come up a lot, and we absolutely want to. There's also a bit of a pro and con to it, right? Like, we want you to be able to pay with your Divi as opposed to going through a fiat and a conversion and so forth and using a credit card or something like that. But do you want us to convert your Divi for you at the price that's going that week, or do you want to be able to plan for it? It's up to you all, really, when it comes down to it. I feel like it might be an option that we could use as a selector and allow people to either use credit card or use part of their balance, really. It's definitely in the roadmap, 100%. I think we just need to put a little bit more thought into it and maybe talk to y'all a little bit more in terms of how much you want to give us the ability or, put you on a regular schedule for that conversion. So.
Yeah, we want to keep it easy and kind of hands off, obviously, as much as possible. But we also, we're not going to custody anyone's funds, so there's a lot of decision making to be done. And I think it's a good idea to bring it to the community and come into the Telegram and let's talk about everything that we've talked about on this, obviously, this episode, and more. I think it's these discussions are really important to have as a community because, again, like Divi Labs is a software company, but Divi Project, like the blockchain, isn't ours. Right, it's an open source blockchain, so technically we can do anything as a community, and that's what makes crypto great. So cool. I think that's all the AMA stuff that we have time for today. I want to get into the competition. So Chris, thank you so much for joining us. I'll see you, I'm sure, later today whenever we talk in Slack or whatever. But thanks again, man, and we'll see you soon. Okay, so you guys have waited very patiently to get to this point, the end of the live at 5, where I'm going to announce one of our first giveaways. This won't be the last giveaway that we do, but here it is. So we are going to give away a PS5. Yes, a PlayStation 5, the elusive gaming console that is very, very difficult to get unless you have a bot or something like that. So we're going to give one of you a PS5. How do you qualify to actually win one of these things? First of all, you have to set up a staking vault. Screenshot it, record it, however you want to, prove that you've done it, and then post about it on Twitter and tag us. So you got to use the Divi cash tag, so $Divi, as well as hashtag staking vaults, and tag us at Divi Project. And tell us why you think you deserve to win the PS5. We will choose the winner once we land in Dubai. Which is, like I said, on the 11th of October. We will, of course, announce via Twitter. I'll do a little video. Frisco's going to be joining me in Dubai, so I'm sure he'll be shooting that out onto the social medias. And yeah, we actually have the PS5 in hand now, so give it a shot. Good luck. All right. So, wow, that is the show for today. We've talked about a lot. The biggest things being staking vaults, international languages, Spanish being the first one, subscriptions in the wallet, worldwide rollout starting next week. I mean, it's a big day. It's been a great month, and I'm really excited that we continue to grow fundamentally as a project and that this community has been so strong through all the ups and downs. I think we're on the up on this one. So thank you guys, as always, for joining me this evening. I think you should know by now how to get in touch with us, but just in case you don't, at Divi Project across all social media channels. Join us on Telegram and Discord. That's pretty much it. Join the website, whatever you want to do, however you want to get in touch. We're here listening. For now, I'm going to go grab a beer. You guys enjoy your nights and evenings and mornings, wherever you are, and I'll see you guys next time.